What's up, everybody? It's Joseph here with the Gerber channel. What we are going to talk about today is Electroneum. And for those of you who don't know anything about Electroneum, that's one of the newest coins on the market, competing with the other digital currencies. Most of you know Electroneum is not out right now because the wallets have been locked down. What Richard Ells and the rest of the team found out prior to the launch on on November 1st was that a lot of our email accounts had been hacked somehow, either through a third-party website or by other means. Anyways, these guys are doing a really good job making sure that our Electroneum is safe, the accounts are safe, and in my opinion, I think that's one of the things that anyone should look for when they're dealing with any type of company that has some sort of fiduciary responsibility to their clients or to investors. A lot of people are talking online about the price, speculating what it's going to be, 5 cents, $5, $10, things of that nature. And, if you're like me, you have any skin in the game, you're always checking the numbers to see what the potential price is going to be and, what kind of money you're going to make. One of the things that I went ahead and did was I went ahead on the Cointopia Exchange and bought an additional 1,000 coins, so that way I could trade and do things prior to the wallets going live. That gave me a head start on learning the exchange and how to put in a buy order or sell order, because I didn't know how to do any of that prior to getting into this cryptocurrency space. And I got to thank Shay Feemster for that. He's one of the guys that's been mentoring me, and showing me what to do and, how to navigate the cryptocurrency world. Just looking at what's happening with all the other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, and, all these other cryptocurrencies, some of them are brand spanking new and they're already up there in price. So I can only imagine what's going to happen when Electroneum finally hits the exchange. You're talking mobile application that allows people to do the mining. So you're talking, mass adoption vehicle. Prior to Electroneum, I didn't know personally how to, access, the internet and, get Bitcoin and all these other things. And, it's slowly becoming easier and easier for people to do it. I'm new. I don't know too much about this space in terms of, navigating the different portals and how to do things. I know about Coinbase. I know about CoinMarketCap. I know about Cryptopia and a few other exchanges, and I'm, versing myself in all of these things. But for the people out there who are new like me, I've had to, rely heavily on individuals like Shay Feemster. Like I said, he's been helping me out a lot. But that being said, I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of research to try to figure out what's going on with cryptocurrencies, who's watching, what's going on. One of the biggest things that I noticed is that a lot of people like to show what it is they're doing, how much Bitcoin they have. And, if you're not new to money, assets, any type of monetary instruments, you always know that you want to keep a lot of that information close to your chest. And I know with this information technology age, a lot of people like to, flaunt what they have and kind of tell people what they have because they want to be able to get those likes and those views. But it's a very dangerous thing to do. And, my advice to you guys is to try to keep a lot of that, to yourself. One of the things that, I've read about recently is that the IRS is looking closely at Coinbase, and I think they've even put out what do you call it, a press release or an announcement about that. So the article basically goes on to say that anyone moving more than $20,000 on the platform is subject to the new order. So, you know, one of the big things I see is guys on YouTube talking about how much Bitcoin they have, how much money they're making, you know, what they're buying. You know, how do you reconcile that with you know, institutions like the IRS when they start, you know, when they start knocking at your door and asking, you know, where you're getting this money from, you know, have you paid your taxes? The article goes on to say that today Coinbase suffered a major defeat at the hands of the Internal Revenue Service nearly a year after the case was initially filed. A California federal court has ordered Coinbase to turn over identifying records for all users who have bought, sold, sent, or received more than $20,000 through their accounts in a single year between 2013 and 2015. Coinbase estimates that 14,355 users met the government's requirements. Okay, the full order is, you know, embedded below, and you can find this article on TheVerge.com. For each account, the company has been asked to provide the IRS with the user's name, birth date, address, and taxpayer ID, along with records of all account activity and any associated account statements. What does that mean? That means that anybody who has been dodging the federal government will now be required to make payments. Give to Caesar what is Caesar's. Basically, that's what that means. They're coming after you. You know, it goes on to say that the government made no claim of suspicion against individual users, but instead argued that the order was justified based on the discrepancy between Coinbase users and U.S. citizens reporting Bitcoin gains to the IRS. Coinbase boasts nearly 6 million customers, but according to a government filing, fewer than 1,000 U.S. citizens have reported cryptocurrency holdings in their tax states. You know, it came out, I think it was yesterday, that Coinbase now has more users than Charles Schwab. That's amazing. That lets you know how popular Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are. Now, anybody who's got skin in the game, especially with Electroneum, knows that once these coins go live, there's a lot that's going to happen. You know, the market's going to go crazy. The exchanges are going to go crazy. People are going to be selling and buying and trading, and it's going to go nuts. If you haven't familiarized yourself with the exchanges, especially Cryptopia, since that's the only one that Electroneum is listed on right now, you need to familiarize yourself with the graphical user interface. Learn how to do a buy, learn how to do a sell, figure out you know, satoshis and stuff like that. You know, just go on the website and go on CoinbaseCalculator.com, copy and paste the numbers, put them in the calculator, and you'll be able to figure things out. Some of the other stuff that I think needs to be talked about. Let's see here. You know, Bitcoin surge, obviously. Today, the 30th, it was up. Yesterday it was up 11,000. Now it's back down. We'll check it real quick to see what it's at right now. Right now it's at 96.55, and it's just going up and up and up and up and up. It's steadily going up. You know, you don't necessarily have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can buy half of a coin. You can buy a third of a coin. You can buy a quarter of a coin. You don't necessarily have to, you know, go all in and, you know, put everything on the line. But anyway, guys, the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about in this post was the future of Electroneum and pretty much all cryptocurrencies to that matter. There's going to be a large transfer of wealth that's happening. Wall Street's now starting to take their position. Usually it's Wall Street, then Main Street, but it's the process has been flipped on its head, where regular folks in Main Street have adopted cryptocurrencies. Now Wall Street wants to get in. When you have trillions and trillions of dollars that's getting ready to be moved into the crypto space, you're talking huge gains. So if you're not in the crypto space and you haven't bought into Electroneum, I suggest that you do that now, because this is probably going to be one of the biggest things that's ever happened in the financial world. I think it's going to be even bigger than Bitcoin. Anyways, guys, I'll try to post something tomorrow. I'm always on looking at stuff, so have a good day. Peace out.